Masters, honored guests, I appreciate the opportunity to be able to speak to you on making science come alive in the classroom. Science is something that I've talked about many times in this forum, but I have an opportunity to reach out and touch my students in a way that they've not been able to go ahead and do. What I'm going to be able to do is, actually I'm working with Hubbard SeaWorld, and it's a SeaWorld program down in San Diego. There's a fish hatchery in Carlsbad where they raise white sea bass. White sea bass is, well, one of those delicacies that everybody loves to eat, but it's a threatened species. It's been overfished in many of our coastal waters. It ranges from northern Baja California to as far as the Central Coast. It's found in the cold water regions of California. Many large populations of it are in the Channel Islands National Park. Everybody knows where that is. Channel Islands is up above Ventura and the Santa Barbara Islands down through to Santa Catalina, and then farthest is San Clemente Island down near off Oceanside. Why white sea bass? Why even do this program for my students? What's so important about making science come alive in the classroom? Well, for me, I'm passionate about it, and I want to get that positive energy and reaffirm their belief in science. Because science, oftentimes now in the classroom, is taught out of a textbook. It's not the application part. It's not bringing the real world so that they can have a greater understanding of what they're doing. Our California science standards, which are very important at the high school level, are helping to move students forward onto the wonderful world of science. Hopefully. We want to see fishery biologists. We want to see people going into the health educational world, being a nurse or a doctor. But what we have to do is to be able to raise their awareness and their understanding of it. So this opportunity is when we're going to raise sea bass using a tank system that is going to be engineered through my help with Hubbard SeaWorld, and we're going to raise these fish and release them into the wild. We'll be applying certain concepts and standards that our students will be able to gain and understand. They'll tag the fish in the gill structure area and be able to go ahead, once this fish is caught by a sports fishing group, they will go ahead, they will be able to see that that fish that was once tagged was their fish that they were able to go ahead and be able to use. So it's important to understand that I want science to have them come into the classroom to be able to look at the water chemistry, look at all of the aspects of the life of the fish, look at what aquaculture is, because aquaculture is very important. We are having a huge deficit in our fisheries resources throughout California and throughout the world. And so how can we be good stewards of the environment and be able to provide that fish and be able to create a stable environment for those fish that we're trying to bring into our world? So when we look at this program that I'm working on, what I want to try to do is to be able to bring something for my students and allow them to have a greater understanding of what science really is, how it's applied, bring the real world into it, and so they can take something wherever they go in this world, either it's down the healthcare or off into the humanities or going off into the military. Whatever road they take, they're going to be able to have the skill set and the knowledge that they're going to be able to move forward and be able to experience what science was in my classroom. And truly, they will have a greater passion and understanding for it. Some of them may just be turned off, but that's okay. But the true experience will be there, and for me, I will just be happy that they've had that and that greater opportunity to be able to do that. Thank you, my fellow Toastmasters.